in my ongoing quest to show you places that you can leave pavement within a couple of hours of Southeast Virginia. Today I am in the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge in Dare County, North Carolina. The Alligator National Wildlife Refuge is more or less the northernmost extent of the natural habitat of the American alligator. There's alligators out there. It's okay. I'm good with alligators. We got an agreement. I don't go in there. They don't come up here. We've had that agreement since I was a child growing up in Florida. Well, I'm getting started on this adventure a good bit later than I normally do. But I figured, well, since Offsite has been sending me all of these fun little lights, I should probably spend some more time out on the trail after dark. So it'll be dark in about an hour and 20 minutes. I plan on being out here for a couple of hours. I can tell you this, it's hot, it's humid, and there are a lot of freaking bugs out here. It's been a few weeks, almost a month or so, since I've been out and shot any video. I had a family issue back home in Florida that took me home unexpectedly for a little while and kept me from hitting any trails. Specifically, my dad died a couple of weeks ago, and it's been pretty tough, but I decided I needed to get out and ride a trail and clear my head a little bit, so here I am. This trail system is not very difficult. Don't come out here expecting to do some mudding or anything like that. It's just a series of dirt access roads for the National Wildlife Refuge, but it does promise to offer some fairly good scenery of the wildlife and of the area, and I'm hoping to see a gator or two. Real quick about this place, it is not an obscure remote trail system. It is basically just a bunch of dirt and gravel roads that are right off of US 64. It's well known, it's heavily traveled, so expect to see everything out here from Ethel in her grocery getting sedan to lifted trucks. Everybody wants to come out here and see the bears and hopefully get a peek of a gator. So just be mindful of the fact that the roads are fairly heavily traveled. really wish I could put the drone up, especially as we're getting closer to sunset. It would probably be pretty epic, but one of the rules of National Wildlife Refuges is you cannot launch or recover drones while you're inside the National Wildlife Refuge, which means pretty much no flying drones. I swore I would never have one, but we do have a Patreon now for the channel. So if you wouldn't mind, why don't you head over there and sign up for it? We do have a few different tiers of membership starting as little as $5 a month. And it does help greatly as far as offsetting the cost of the channel. But just remember, I will never hold the GPS coordinates of a trail hostage in return for a Patreon membership. I'll always include GPS coordinates in the video. Really wish I could put the drone up here, but rules are rules. Well, this is the Dare County bombing range. It is understandably closed off to the public. If you want to know where it's at, it's pretty readily visible on all the maps of the area as a general rule of thumb. I don't post GPS coordinates to military stuff. You are in southeastern Virginia or northeastern North Carolina and you've asked the question, where can you go off-road in the area? You've likely been told there's nowhere legal to go that's not way off in the mountains, 3.5 to 4 hours away, and that simply is not the case. Check out my video from the Shawan Swamp Game Lands. That is an area that you can hit that's in Gates County. And here we are in Dare County at the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. You do have options if you're in the area. hope the camera catches it. Big ass black bear right in front of me. Oh. Alright, go away, bear. I don't want to run into you. Just had a fairly decent sized black bear run out in front of me. I hope the dash camera captured it. It was pretty good size. I've hopped off the main roads and found a secondary road that's actually kind of muddy. It rained here today, so everything's wet, and a couple of spots here I've actually had to use four-wheel drive. I created a waypoint of this muddy secondary road, and I'll post it on my Patreon. This road's actually proving to be a little bit of fun. It's not hard, but it's a little bit of fun. Definitely need to check it out if you come out here. Now that it's dark, I haven't seen another car in over an hour. There's nothing out here except frogs, snakes, insects, and bears, and me. And frankly, I couldn't be happier. This place is truly amazing. I had hoped to spot a gator or two. No such luck, and I doubt that I'm going to at this point. Bears, on the other hand, I don't know, man, I've seen at least 7 or 8, including a couple that were pretty big. I have really enjoyed coming out here. I've had way more fun out here than I thought that I was going to. Maybe it's because of everything I have going on right now. I've had some family issues. the last few weeks that have really had me down, specifically my dad dying. Maybe I just really needed to get away, but I've had so much fun out here, and I'm probably going to be out here for another 30 or 45 minutes until I wrap it up. If you've watched this video this long, why not go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel? And all the tracks from today I'm going to post on my Patreon page. I do have one. I'm not going to hide the GPS coordinates to the trail. I'll always put those in the video, but if you want to see the track from today, including the side roads that I went on that were pretty muddy and actually required the use of the four-wheel drive, head on over to my Patreon channel because I'll be posting it up there. And I'll also be having a Patreon members only ride coming up soon where you guys will be welcome to join me on the trail, so check that out. I've reached the end of my adventure out here at the Alligator River National Wildlife Refuge. It was a lot of fun. As I said earlier, I had way more fun out here than I thought that I would have. I'm really glad that I came out here late in the day. I'm glad that I was out here after dark. It made it a lot more fun. This place is more than just somewhere to come drive around to waste some time. It's actually a really good system of trails, and some of the side trails are a lot of fun. It rained out here today, so the secondary roads were quite muddy, and I did have to actually use my four-wheel drive today, which I didn't think I was going to. I have to give a shout out to Novsite for providing the auxiliary lighting that is on the Defiant. I probably wouldn't have come out here today and made it a night trip if I didn't have that lighting, and it has performed very well. They are bright, there's nothing else to say. I left them running for about 2.5 hours non-stop. No issues. They've gotten wet, they've gotten muddy. As I said, they've ran for a couple of hours and they just keep on going. So a shout out to Novsite. If you've watched the video this long, why not go ahead and like it and subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on our goal of 25,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. Looks like we may actually beat the deadline. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Judging by my YouTube stats, about 80% of my traffic isn't subscribed. So why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And head on over to my newly made Patreon account. I will be posting the track from today's ride there, along with some other tracks, and I will be posting information about my upcoming planned patrons only cruise. So head over and check that out. Until next time, this has been Defiant Off-Road.